Hello everybody, welcome back to another channel update video. I am here once again to ramble away for 20 minutes or so about the state of the channel, how things have gone so far this year, and what is in store for the rest of it. It seems I've formed a bit of a habit of doing these every half a year or so, back in January for the anniversary video, and then once again around July/August, just as a way to look back and see if we're on track, I suppose. So, yeah, before I actually do get into the ramble though, I'm very aware that not everyone wants to listen to me waffle away for 20 minutes, you might not have time, so I'm going to put the bullet points, the main headlines from this video, right here at the beginning. You can listen to these, then you can carry on with your life. And then anyone else that wants to stay and listen to me expand upon them, that'll be the rest of the video. Okay, so very quickly, the main points to take away from this video are, number one, I have redesigned my blog. That's right, I've given muck.blog a little bit of tender love and care because it was looking a bit drab. So yeah, it's over at muck.blog, nice and easy to remember. If you didn't know, I do have one over there that I just like to write in every now and then, just the occasional post. It's not very active, but sometimes there are things over there. There will be a new post over there right now about the redesign. So yeah, if you haven't already, go check out muck.blog. There's some past things to read as well about James Bond and The Simpsons and all sorts of stuff, and coffee, if you like coffee. But yeah, I've tried to make it more fun and visually match the YouTube brand I've got here. So that's point number one. Point number two, Let's Plays. What's going on with Let's Plays? I not too long ago finished playing Loom, the LucasArts classic from the 90s. And well, there's going to be another one. I've got another Let's Play. I've already started playing it. And it is once again, of course, another point and click. And I'm not going to be secretive about what it is. I'm just going to let you all know I've got a brand new Let's Play of the point and click game Voodoo Detective coming out very, very soon after this video. So yeah, stay tuned for that. As I say, I've already started recording it and I am really enjoying it. It is a really beautiful looking, really great voice acted, noir-esque point and click game with voodoo elements. It's great. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Headline number three, streaming. I am still streaming over on twitch.tv/muckluck. My streaming schedule has been a complete mess recently. I've lost all consistency and I kind of lost the swing I was in, my mojo with it, I suppose. But I am making an effort now to stick to a particular day. And I am a bit annoyed that I keep changing that day around. But for now, the important thing to know is I will be trying to stream every Sunday evening. Sunday evening, British time, summertime, GMT, whatever it is. I always tweet out and put in my Discord about when I'm going to stream. So yeah, that is now the new schedule. One day a week, Sundays. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Remember, be there or be square. And in terms of what I'm actually streaming, well, it changes. At the moment, I'm still playing Broken Sword 4, but I like to throw in some other random things as well. Played a bit of the new Star Trek game. Played some Halo 3 on the Master Chief Collection not too long ago. That was really fun. So yeah, it's a mix of stuff, but I do like to do some live Let's Plays over there as well, particularly the Broken Sword series. Number four is the James Bond podcast that I made with Honest Tom 23, Bond Revisited, is now over. We only gone and did it. We reviewed and recorded and ranked 25 Bond films, all the way from Dr. No up to No Time to Die. And now we have our complete lists. We had one final episode where we looked over our lists and compared them and just sort of took a step back and saw where we'd ranked everything all together. And yeah, so that's going to do it now. It was always meant to be just a very limited podcast series. We would rank all the films and that was that really. We'll keep it to Bond only. Now, there might be one or two bonus episodes in the future. There's not any sort of time frame for that. They'll just come out when they come out. But yeah, for now it is done. So if you haven't already checked it out and you are a fan of the James Bond series, it's all over there on Apple, Google, Spotify. There's a YouTube channel for it. Loads of places to go check it out, and it is now all done. So you can watch from start to finish and eventually listen to us talk about No Time to Die for 7 hours. That's right. Okay. I'll leave it there. Number 5 is Simpsons Hit and Run. The mod videos will continue. I've still got more to play and to edit and upload. And also, Simpsons Hit and Run turns 20 years old this October, and I really want to do something to celebrate. I kind of want to finish the mod that I started making, the Mysterious Voyage of Homer one, but also I don't know, maybe there's something else I could do instead. If anyone has any ideas for how I could celebrate 20 years of the Simpsons Hit and Run and feel very old in the process, then let me know because I'd be very interested to hear your ideas. And the final headline of the update is that there will be more videos as well interspersed in all of this. There'll be some one off videos and some other series as well. I mentioned back in January that I really wanted to kind of go back to a nice PS2 retro vibe for this channel. And there hasn't really been much of that so far, but there is stuff in store. I have got things already recorded, and that is going to be my aim for the rest of the year. So, yeah, there'll be stuff mingled in as well as all the stuff that I just mentioned. Hey, this is Future Muckluck from just after recording this update video because I realised I forgot something. Some of you may be wondering, am I going to be playing the Sea of Thieves Monkey Island DLC? And of course the answer is yes. I saw it and it looks amazing, and I've never played Sea of Thieves, so this will be my first go playing it, and I'll be uploading it here on YouTube very soon, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Headlines done. If that's you out, then thank you very much for listening, but I'm going to go back and kind of just deep dive into some of those points and expand on them, and also look at how the year has gone so far, because I think so far it's gone okay in terms of the YouTube stuff. Not great, but okay. If I look back at what I've done, the main thing, I suppose, was the Let's Play of Loom, which was really fun, actually. I was a little bit uncertain of how it was going to go, being such an old game. And then I kind of realized, oh, it didn't have any kind of ambient sounds, and it was a little bit weird with the dialogue and the sound clips. And I thought, oh, maybe this is actually going to suck just because of its age, and I don't have that nostalgia attached to it. But actually, I ended up being really impressed by it. I thought it looked great, and also I thought the actual mechanic of it with the whole casting spells and notes and everything, I thought that was such a neat way of playing the game, of performing actions and solving puzzles. And yeah, by the end of it, I was really on board with it, and how weird it got and strangely violent as well. As well. And also the fact that it was quite a short game as well. It was only 4 parts because I now do Let's Play parts longer, try and get around an hour or so. So yeah, it meant it was over quite nice and quickly. Didn't really drag on like some other Let's Plays have done in the past, and I really appreciated that. I think I'm all there for shorter games. Shorter games are fine by me, short but sweet. So yeah, I really like that, and I hope people enjoyed that as well. I know that had been one that had been requested many times in the past to play Loom, and I finally got around to doing it. So yeah. And interspersed of all of that was just more Simpsons Hit and Run mods, a few more Can I Beats. And oh, I forgot to mention about Can I Beats, didn't I? I think I did say that it was going to end sometime this year, and I kind of have reached that point now where I am struggling to find games for Can I Beat. A lot of the ones I'm seeing on myabandonware.com, where I first started seeing them all, they've kind of run out, or they're very, very, very old. They're like 80s old, and I just think, oh, they get to a point where you need some graphics to it, and the sound, it just, some of them sound terrible. Like the sound effects hurt your ears for these old games, and I think I draw the line there. If I find any more from like the 2000s, or maybe even newer than that, I might still do a couple more, but I think for now I'm kind of happy with where Can I Be is. It's definitely not something that's going to completely disappear off the face of the earth, but maybe just on a bit of a hiatus for now, I suppose. And yeah, the Simpsons Hit and Run and mod videos, as I always mention, I'll keep playing those mods as long as they're made. I love the game. I just mentioned it's the 20th anniversary of the game this year. I really want to do something for it. I really want to make another mod of my own. I have got that mod that I started that I could finish. It's hard work making a mod though. I don't know if I can do it in time. So I might have to do something simpler, maybe just a series. And actually, I have got a Simpsons Hit and Run series, or a one-off video anyway, that's not a mod, coming out as well. So yeah, basically there'll be more Simpsons Hit and Run content. I know that's not everyone's cup of tea. Some of you really like the point and click stuff. Some of you really don't like the Simpsons stuff, but you know, there's definitely a balance to be had there. So it will stay on the channel in some form or another. And I know that there's still some really cool looking mods coming out. I know there's still that Futurama mod for the Simpsons Hit and Run, and it just looks incredible. I can't wait to play that. So that's not going anywhere. Don't you worry about that. And I guess the only other thing I really did this year on YouTube, anyway, was my little video celebrating 10 years on the JFS Minecraft server. That was that was really nice to do. Um, just a little chance to go back or a little reason to go back and explore some of the older Minecraft maps that I've played on with all the other members of the JFS. It really, I made a joke of it in the beginning that I wanted to do something that wasn't just flying around and reminiscing, but ultimately that's what it ended up being. An hour and a half of me looking around, going, "Oh, do you remember that build? Oh, and that." But that I'd rather have had something than nothing. Like 10 years on one community server, I think is kind of crazy, and one that I just had to do something to celebrate, and that was that. So yeah, 10 years on the JFS. Hopefully, many more to come. Outside of YouTube, there was the podcast, which I mentioned in the bullet point stuff. But yeah, that is now over, and that was a heck of a lot of fun to do. Fun at times. It was tough, like talking for so long about some Bond films. But Tom and I just had a lot to discuss, and I think that's kind of what sets it. We do talk. We talked a lot about that before and after recording, like all the recording sessions. We thought like, oh god, is this just mad? Like, is it mad that we're doing 5, 6, eventually 7 hour podcast episodes about this? And it is mad, but I also think that's kind of what separates the Bond Revisited podcast out a bit. That's kind of what we agreed on, is that in those episodes we do go through the film scene by scene and we get into the nitty gritty. So if there is a Bond fan out there that wants that, there you go. There you go. If you've got 7 hours to listen, they're not all 7 hours. Most of them, well, they start around 2 and then eventually get to like 4 and then 6. But yeah, I think overall it was a really successful series. And I mentioned in the final episode that, a big thank you to Tom, who was the one who suggested it and came to me on Discord and said, "Hey, do you want to do this?" And I said, "Sure." And also for putting up with my ramblings for so many hours and having to listen to it back, editing them. But also thank you to everyone that listened to them. Some of the views and the listens that we got and some of the comments, I really didn't expect it to do amazingly well. It is quite a maybe not niche because it is James Bond after all, but I don't know. I didn't know what the audience was going to be there like for a brand new Bond podcast, and yeah, it's a lot of people listen to it, and that was really great to see. So if you're one of those people, then thank you. And as I mentioned, there might still be a couple bonus episodes coming in the future. Nothing set in stone yet. And actually, there will be, I forgot to mention this as well, but there will be more Bond content on my channel as well. I can't stop the Bond stuff just like that. It's I'm still not bonded out apparently. So yeah, there'll be a couple videos looking at some Bond video games as well coming up in the future. Oh, and also there is a dedicated Bond Revisited section over on the blog now. You should see at the top there is a link to the Bond Revisited page, which just has a little bit of an intro and links to the podcast feeds, and also a page for all the individual episodes on YouTube. And you may notice what it's themed after. Yeah, I had to go with GoldenEye 007. It was too obvious as a design template to go with. So yeah, that was a lot of fun making that. But yeah, that's enough Bond now. Let's move on. And I guess the only other thing really to talk about is streaming. And I have been streaming still on Twitch, though as mentioned, it has been a lot more inconsistent recently. Some things got in the way. Sometimes it was the Bond podcast, which was on me. I chose to do that. Sometimes it was just other things in life, other commitments or whatever. So yeah, streaming has just been a little bit inconsistent. I'd say the past 3 months ish, maybe even longer. It used to be Sunday and Wednesday, then it turned to Wednesday, then it turned to Thursday, and now I'm eventually going back to the original. I'm going back to Sunday. I very rarely have plans on Sundays, so I think that's the safest choice for me to try and be more consistent. Is Sunday around about 8 p.m. GMT, BST, whatever time zone I'm in. So that's that. Sunday. And I think it's really important because I did notice that when you aren't consistent on Twitch, it really shows. Like it's almost not worth it. It's almost not worth just doing Twitch randomly because it's just so much more difficult to get a chat and an audience going. And that's one of the things I just love. I love about Twitch. And I do feel that as well when it's not there, and I do miss it. So hopefully by being consistent and actually finishing series that I start on there, Broken Sword 4, that might help to keep people there in the chat and know when I'm going to be live. As I mentioned, I do always tweet it out, or should that be X it out now? I don't know. And I also do put it on Discord as well. There are other ways to know, but I just think also having a consistent day should help a lot. So Sunday evenings is where it's at over on twitch.tv/Muckluck. And of course, I always try to put the VODs up on the second channel, more Muckluck. So if you do miss them and you do still want to watch them for some reason, they are most of the time always over there. All right, then. Is there anything else I really want to talk about? I'm not sure if there is. The Simpsons Hit and Run stuff, yeah, I don't really want to talk too much about that because I think I went into it enough before, but that will continue. The Let's Play, nothing really else to add about that. Voodoo Detective is coming out soon. Honestly, it's so good. I haven't finished it yet as of recording this, but I'm really thinking it's going to be up there as a really fun one. So I hope all you point and click fans out there enjoy that. And there will be other one off videos sprinkled in amongst all of this. I had a few sort of challenge videos. I guess I was inspired by Tom on his Tom 23, who's got a lot of those on his channel. So there'll be some of those sprinkled in, and just some other like videos, just playing a game and editing it down, and just having a nice kind of chill time with those. I went on a bit of a recording spree a couple weeks ago, and I've got quite a lot to edit and upload. So yeah, that's good though. There should be some videos coming out quite consistently for a little while at least, anyway. But as always with these update videos, I do thrive on feedback, be it positive and negative. I always say you don't have to be nice to me in the comments. You know, don't be mean, but if you want to leave some constructive criticism, please do. And none of you ever do. You're always too nice to me. Damn you. How dare you be nice? No, honestly, if you do have anything to say, ideas, suggestions, what worked, what didn't, please do leave it below. I love to see it. I may not always reply. I'm very bad at replying to comments, but I do always read them. I promise you. And yeah, I'm going to leave it there for now. A big thank you as always for your continued support, watching the videos, coming to the live streams, leaving your comments, subbing, following, what have you. So many buzzwords. It really all does mean so much to me. Honestly, I wouldn't still be here after so long if it didn't. So there you go. Right, well, I hope you're all excited for what's to come in the rest of this year. And until next time, thank you all very much for watching, and goodbye.